Hey guys, Grandmaster Thorne here with the Edge Martial Arts. I have a quick video update for you. The governor of Minnesota got on and mentioned that he's going to be extending the closure of a lot of the different businesses. He's opening up some of the retail as long as they're at 50% capacity, but at this point, dining restaurants, bars, sports, indoor activities, that kind of stuff is still not allowed to open. So by the executive order, we're not allowed to be open yet because they believe the coronavirus pandemic is still bad enough where people are just at risk and they don't know how to handle or give us guidelines yet to be open. So it was our full intent to open up on May 18th, but we've now been told that we are not allowed to. So again, I would love to be open. I would love to put as many restrictions in place as possible to make sure that we can do it. We're willing to modify our schedule and do whatever needs to be done. But at this point, we're not going to find out until May 20th. So as of May 20th, we should find out what the steps or what the procedures or precautions are going to be for us to be open. But at this point, we're now planning on June 1st. I'm hoping that they move it up. I'm not very optimistic anymore that they're going to move it up from the date as they keep pushing it back. So continue sticking with us. We're going to keep training with online classes. We'll keep filming them and putting them on. So if you miss them live, we'll put them on afterwards so you don't totally miss out on them. I understand that training online is very hard to do compared to being in a classroom. It's not the same. And I understand the younger kids is harder. We've made some modifications to our online training. With Dragons, we moved it down to a 20-minute class instead of a full 30-minute class like we do. The reason we did that is the attention span, I understand, is just not there for that age group, especially if there's no one guiding them. We've also changed our other classes down to about a half an hour of teaching and a 45-minute total class, but then either we're going to teach the curriculum for the first 30 minutes and do 15 minutes of review and stripe work and that kind of stuff at the end of it, where the instructor will actually get on the camera and talk to individual students as they're doing the stuff. Another format, which I've been personally using, is I will teach a segment of the class and then I will stop and watch the people who are with me live and give them the feedback and then come back and then work on it based on what I'm even seeing, changing my class format a little bit to fix those problems and then going back in and going back and forth. So still about a half an hour of training time. For anyone who's doing this, about 45 minutes to do it live with us, but then the video ends up being somewhere around 30 minutes. So we've modified, we've learned from what we're doing and our feedback. So again, I continue to get the feedback and that's great. Continue to be happy to see the families. And remember, the time you're losing right now, we will be extending. I know there's a ton of the memberships that haven't been getting charged, and that's fine. That's okay with us. We'll get it all figured out. We're not putting together anything official yet as far as a form to do the extension yet, just because the date keeps moving. Once we finally get the approval to open, we'll kick out a form online. It'll just be on edgemn.com/myedge. It'll just be a new tab in there. We already have it. We're just kind of refining it as time goes on. And then you would just automatically be able to go in yourself, give yourself your time extension, sign the agreement saying, this is what I want to do to make up for the time that I missed. I want to extend my time to whatever number of days. Right now, I think we were going to be at 62, so it'll be 2 more weeks. It'll be whatever, 14 more days. So we do have everything ready to go in place. Right before we had to close the first time, so March 16th, we were going to be open, understanding that we needed to make some changes. We made some modifications, which we're expecting to have to go back to. Classes most likely live will be down to a half an hour from 45 minutes. And the reason we did that was it allowed time for the students who were in the classroom to get out of the building before the new students come in. And we had no more than 5 minutes before class enter the building for the next class. This way there was a period of time where people could take class safely, get out, and we don't have a lot of kind of in and out. We did not have any lobby space available for parents to sit inside and watch. And now that it's nice out, we have tons of windows. It'd be very easy to sit on the outside and watch if you wanted to. We can't control what you do on the outside of the building, just inside. And that way we don't have all that extra stuff, because I'm sure they're gonna limit the number of people per space, separation, all that stuff, right? We do have custom masks coming in. If you haven't got a mask for yourself and you want one, or you just want to support the Edge, we have 3 different masks coming in. We have a mask that has our Jiu-Jitsu logo on it. It says train hard, stay safe. We have one with our Edge Martial Arts logo on there, train hard, stay safe. And then we have one actually with the Ponies logo. We did a Ponies one that says Pony Pride. So if you just want to support the local community and you're looking for a mask, we would love to sell you some. So we have them coming in. They've already shipped. They hopefully will be here in a couple days. So by the time we're open, we'll have them readily available. If you want them before, just send me an email letting me know how many you want, which logos you want, and then I'll put them aside. We can do an at-the-door transaction like most retail places can do. One of the nights when we're down here are days when we're teaching the classes. So we're more than ready to open. We've got everything figured out from our side as far as we perceive that will need to be done to teach classes safely as possible. Obviously, there are some things we need to think about, but we are taking those steps to try and get open as quick as we can, and we're staying on top of things. So we will keep training online. We will keep modifying how we do it to be more productive, to get better feedback instead of teaching, like I said, a 45-minute class and at the end saying, how did you like class today? Do you have any questions? Now I feel like stopping in between the classes, it adds a ton of editing work on our side. But you know what, if it's helping you guys take better classes online, that's great. Obviously, when you watch those in feedback, it'll just be me saying simply, pause at this point, practice, then it continues. So it's not the same, obviously, from that standpoint, but people getting live classes, we've been very successfully tweaked doing our stripe test. It's actually helping a lot of people get their stripe signed off. With this closing, that does mean we're not gonna have right now, at this point, a May monthly exam. I would love to just do a virtual exam with individual students who do belt stripes. I'm talking to some of the teachers to figure out how we could do that. One of the biggest problems falls into people having partners to help them. Obviously, sparring is a big aspect of our intermediate and advanced people. You know, some of the grappling skills is a big part, the hands-on grabbing stuff, and trying to speak through the video and explaining to mom or dad or brothers and sisters how to appropriately do that and be safe at home. I'm not sure we can get there yet. We have been very successful doing stripes based on you know, basic techniques, round kicks, punches, that kind of stuff. So we are continuing to try to talk about how we can make this happen. And we're also talking about how we can possibly continue online Zoom classes even when we resume live. Because I understand once we go live again, there are going to be a good number of people who are just at high-risk houses where maybe there's someone elderly, someone with immune problems. So by bringing their child down here, they bring everyone else at risk at home. So continuing to film the classes with Zoom as we're teaching regular classes, you can still check into your class, right? We're thinking about trying how to do that, still filming them so we can reproduce them later for those people. We are looking forward to how to try to involve everyone in the classes, even if you can't make it down here live. If you have any questions, concerns, anything you need to do, please do contact me. Like I said, I'm in here, I record my classes. We've been doing, you can't see it, but I'm kind of actually fixing some of the walls, doing some new taping, sheetrock kind of stuff. There's kind of a mess on the outside right now because we were fixing walls before we open back up. But we're here just kind of on off hours doing our recording, and then we're out. So the live times, you know, we're here. Obviously, we can schedule a phone call during those times. Email is the easiest one because we can get it from anywhere, from any time. Again, I appreciate your support. I just want to let you know, with the governor extending it, we cannot open any level of meetings, not even like private one-on-ones. The only kind of private we could do would be like a Zoom private one-on-one, which could or could not be effective depending on what you want to train. So again, if you have any kind of questions, feedback, please let me know. On a side note, camp is still scheduled for, I think it's like the second week of June or whatever the dates are. It's in the middle of June. We are still going to hold camps. We're waiting to see if we're allowed to open up June 1st before we actually allow. We don't want to take any income in for camp and then find out that we can't hold it. So we would rather just hold off on taking. I know some people want to get registrations. We will have an early registration discount for not waiting until the day of, as long as we're open before. We plan on putting that out. Actually, this week we were going to put out the online registration for it, but we were waiting to see if we could open. So we will put out a period of like 7 days where if you register in that 7-day period, there is a discount for going to camp. Again, one of the thoughts we have is for people who don't want to necessarily extend in their membership, you don't want to take into your membership and extend it, we could figure out what, essentially be like 10 weeks now, 10 weeks of tuition on your membership was, and then applying that 10 weeks towards a camp or other activities like that, private lessons, that kind of stuff. This way you don't have to wait till the in your membership to get the value out of what you paid for. So again, we're constantly thinking of you, constantly trying to figure out how to best service you and show you our appreciation for you sticking around. We are now opening it up May 18th. I really wish you were. I was fully planning on it. We were ready to go. It looks like now June 1st. I will keep updating you every time I get an update from the governor. Thank you.